From the moment the idea of vaccination was invented by Jenner in the 1790s, an anti-vax movement emerged. From the moment science made this leap, it came down to conversations and storytelling and persuasion and law and everything the humanities brings to actually popularize them. There's a gulf of decades between the invention of the concept of the vaccine, of taking this other disease, a milder form related to a more dangerous disease. There's decades before this becomes law. There's decades of debate, of storytelling, of persuasion, of propaganda on both sides that involves not just science, it involves politicians, it involves artists who are involved, recruited by both sides to condemn vaccine as an alien idea. It appears in novels. The socialization of a scientific idea is as important as the scientific breakthrough as well. And we are going to face exactly the same thing. If you read the history of the anti-vaccination movements of the middle of the 19th century and you see what they're saying, and then you have the misfortune to go on social media this evening, you will see exactly the same arguments, and you will see governments facing exactly the same debates that the British government faced in the middle of the 19th century when it began to pass compulsory vaccination act. So in some ways, there's almost this division, which is very deep in British academic history, culture, which comes from the way that our school systems are designed. This split between the arts and the humanities, which is cut through. It cuts through our society because it's made to cut through us. We are made to make these terrible choices at far too young an age, and I think they're very often a false division. I think one of the big expertise that we've become more familiar with in the course of this pandemic is about the art of public persuasion. Now, strictly, is behavioral science a science, and what extent is it part of the humanities? It comes down very often to how you tell stories, and I'm afraid I do claim the narrative arts for the humanities.